Kumbe ni 6.
Face camera na mwili. Face camera na mwili. Geuka. Well, the things we hear, maybe one day we should just do behind the scenes of Fixing the Nation with audio from the gallery.
Yeah, and a camera.
And
a camera just in the gallery.
Yes.
That would be so...
Showing what's going on. Showing for like an entire hour.
Yes.
Sisi ndo tunasikika. Lakini... visuals
ni gallery. I think that would be amazing.
That would be really good.
And then actually let's do both. If possible, we do both audios. Our audio and audio from the gallery. So people get like a sense of really kunendangaje.
Yes. You know, it's actually quite interesting. Actually, many people would find that interesting when directors such as Philo and others post content of them doing their thing.
It goes viral.
You know, just seeing the crew behind it and seeing, okay, so this is how it starts, and this is, you know, giving instructions, saying that do this, take camera 1, and then you see the vision mixer, you see the camera person, you see the sound person. It will be interesting. Siku moja actually to fix hivyo.
Actually,
tukubaliana if you know. How is tomorrow?
Yes, I was going to say kesho mbona tungoje.
Kesho 6 to 7 a.m. We are doing what do you mean? Tunabook camera wapi?
In your booking.
So the director is saying we need to book camera. What is booking camera? This is not government, my friend.
Tunasema na tunatenda hapa.
Say immediate.
Kesho 6 a.m. Let's make it happen.
Actually, yeah. In the good words of Mariah Carey, make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Bas, itakuwa ni Jackso sawa.
SMS to say mwambie. Some text. But I think it's a great idea, honestly, because I have seen the content go viral. It's good to get a behind the scenes. It's like how you watch behind the scenes for your favorite movies. The day I found out, unajua like ukiwatch movie, alafu unasikia to heels tuna click. Si ati wali record huyo mtu akitembea. Someone else goes to the sound studio, kazi yake ni kutembea.
No, walk again. You're walking too fast.
Yes.
Okay, tembea na hasira.
Go with this beat. Good.
Hivyo ati mvua inanyesha, si ati mvua ilikuwa inanyesha. No. Kuna mtu kazi yake ni recreate the sound of
rain sounds.
So it's good to get the behind the scenes. You're fixing the nation na ya life, au sio?
Kabisa. Welcome to Fixing the Nation, one conversation at a time. It is Eric Latif, Philaris Wamboi, and one of the most influential women in Kenya.
Wow.
Mariam
Bishar. Shangwe na vigelegele.
What are we talking about? Philo, do we have that poster?
Blush.
Ikikam tuambie tutarudi hapa. We shall come back onto that to explain what exactly we mean.
Exactly.
I feel so shy.
Ni kama umeanza kublush.
Nimeanza kublush.
2. Wait. In 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Take Candy V.
Come on now.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you, guys.
50 most influential women in Kenya 2026. One of them is media personality, Mariam Bishar.
Wow.
This is by Africapital.
Yes.
So who are they? Mariam, how did you do your speech now? You accept speech.
Sina speech, my
I'd
guys.
like to, thank the Lord Almighty.
I don't have a speech, but I am very grateful, genuinely. Africapital is essentially, I call it a startup that is doing work around highlighting what is on the continent and the positive impact being done by various people. So they do this 50 most influential rankings to show you or give you a clue of who is doing what in their country, in their sector, in their world. So they have the Africa one, they also have the Kenya one. Sijui kama kuna nchi zingine, but I'm very grateful, honestly. I would say I don't know how to react to things like this. I just like I don't know what to do now, but I am grateful. And I said, like, on my Instagram, I hope if it is 50 most influential women in Kenya. I hope that the influence is encouraging, it is warm, and it is audacious. That's all I can hope for. And I'm very grateful for the family of fixers because, quite literally, there is no influence without you. So very, very grateful, starting with this family right here and the wider fixers. Just incredibly, incredibly grateful. Sina mengi.
You're in company of very serious, powerful women.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very
That
good
list
and
is
powerful.
incredible.
That list is incredible. It includes Senator Crystal Asige.
Yes.
It includes Kenya Airways director. Very, very serious and powerful lady. Kups, CEO. The PS for health. Mary Mudhoni. Dr. Mercy Korir. Other journalists as well here, including our own
Kichuna Freedom Walker.
At NTV. Very, very influential women, like for real.
Yeah.
Olive Barrows is here as well.
Yes.
Yvonne Okwara. And it's good to see.
Rukia Bule,
Rukia Bule is also there.
Aziza Hashim, Wandia Gishuru, Yani.
Hey, angalia.
It's a very
Check your list.
It's an incredible list.
Yes.
What I like about this, and it's on their bio, we give people their flowers when they're still alive. I love that. It's very good to appreciate people while they're still doing the work, when they're still out here making an impact, making a change. And to you, Mariam, man, keep being an inspiration. You are incredible. I know sometimes it's hard when the spotlight is
It's
on you.
really
Like, what am I
difficult. Like,
supposed
I
to
don't know
do?
what to
Yeah.
do.
But please sit in it because it really is worth the recognition.
Thank
You're doing
you.
incredible work.
Thank you.
Yes.
It feels like on your birthday when people are singing happy birthday. Unafaa
To
kudunini.
me.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday too. I was like, I can't say two. Okay. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But like I said, I'm really, really grateful. And the conversations that we're having, that means they're having a little impact and actually a lot of impact.
Yeah.
So that is a tick for me.
And Philip
That's it.
says everybody behind the scenes is also very, very happy for you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Starting with Wageshi, to Philo, to Miriam, who's here behind the camera.
Yes.
Miriam, fanya hivi mbele ya camera. Weka
Weka
kidole,
thumbs.
weka
Weka
thumbs
kidole.
up.
Weka thumbs up.
Thumbs up hapo kwa hiyo camera.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Thank you guys. Like this, ikazi. Like I've said it before, it's a village. It's a proper
It's a
village. There's
village.
the village that you see here on Fixing. There's the village that's behind the scenes, Wangeshi, Philo, whether it's Kevo directing or Jackso, whether it's Miriam, whether it's Henry on sound, whether it's Kevo Alhaji on camera. Like, yani,
Even Faith on
Wellington, what Faye and Beth on the makeup, quite literally. It takes a village. Kina Regan wako, yani, asanteni sana. That's
good.
it. The impact that is being felt is as a result of that village, and I'm so grateful that I can be part of the work of the village. And yes, tuendele, Fix
Indeed.
Nation, one conversation at a time.
The Kenya Airways director that I was mentioning, who's also on this list, is Esther Koimet.
Okay.
Esther Koimet has been a PS in the National Treasury, has served in public service for many years. She's a powerhouse, and she's a fixer. She listens to the show
Amazing.
very regularly. And so, PIA, amekwambia congratulations.
Oh, congratulations, Esther, as well. Thank you so much. And to know that you are a fixer is very, very encouraging. Fixers, by the way, it's such a lovely community.
Yeah.
So anyone who tunes in on NFM, on NTV, on YouTube, on X, anyone who does the transition, unaanza YouTube, unaingia gari, unaweka NFM, unarudi YouTube, ama like, we appreciate you so much. We are because you are. I'll see you.
Kabesa. Today, now that we're going to have,
Now that
we are going to have some interesting conversations.
yes, indeed.
Start with the 7 a.m. Hilarious.
Oh goodness. Inaitangwa wordplay.
Sindio?
It's called wordplay.
Yeah, we've got to mix it all up.
So at 7 a.m., we have a gentleman who is making an incredible change when it comes to this earth that we live in, to
Yes.
Kenya. And the fixer we are going to be having is Hilary Kibiwot. He's the founder of the Green Earth Ambassadors Foundation, and we'll be discussing planting for the planet. And of course, you might have come across his name. He's a gentleman who set a very ambitious target for himself, planting trees. And it would be good to understand the man behind the challenge and the challenge itself. And now he's recently been appointed an ambassador for, the ambitious goal we have as a country to plant how many trees, Mariam?
15 billion.
Billion.
Yeah.
Massive goal.
Billion.
Yeah.
And that's such a massive goal. And if you think about it, government cannot do it alone.
Yes.
Each of us has a part to play, and we don't have to wait for that National Tree Planting Day to plant a tree. It means we can make significant change in our communities, and that is what Hilary Kibiwott is doing. So we'll be having a chat with him at 7 o'clock.
Very good. Good to know. In fact, the Guinness Book of World Records should just have an office here.
Actually, yeah.
The travel costs, honestly,
Mtu wa kuhug mti
pay rent.
Guinness. Mtu wa kupanda mti Guinness.
Mtu wa kupika.
Mtu wa kupika Guinness. Just come here.
Just set an office.
Sawa.
Whatever you're spending on airfare, shipping those people, you're ni rent ya holi ya tayari. Just come. I agree. At 8 a.m., we talk about patents and intellectual property with regards to sport. A slight shift, we'll be hosting Mutua Mutuku, who is an IP lawyer, and he'll be talking about intellectual property and sports, right? When you think of intellectual property, you think kuchora, kuimba, paint, could dance, there's choreography as well. Sports inaingianaje? Question mark. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I think the linkage is not often seen, and that's why he'll be here. And he's a person who's worked in the IP space for a while. At least I've seen him, especially on Twitter, just basically making sure people have information around intellectual property. Now, sportsmen and women in the sports industry and the sports fraternity, what are we doing? What could we be capitalizing off of to make more money? Yes, to make a better sporting industry and all that.
Kabisa. Today's
Mambo
quotes.
shwari. So today's quote is courtesy of an American anthropologist, writer, and political thinker. And he's known for questioning systems people take for granted. Think about work, debt, bureaucracy, capitalism. And his name is David Graeber. So David Graeber says the ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something we make and could just as easily make differently.
Ooh.
Say that again.
The ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something we make and could just as easily make differently.
Where is the lie?
Where is the lie?
Where is the lie? Something we make and could just as easily make differently. So, that's, I love that so much, because sometimes we like to pretend things are above us. It's above me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's too difficult. Not even difficult. It is what it is.
Yeah.
No. You're a human being with free will. You can do things differently. Lovely scenes.
You could make that change.
You really could. Tuingia magazetini.
Right.
Kama kawaida, tunaanza na Taifa Leo
Kwa habari na makala moto.
Moto. Simu ya Ruto kuhusu Gachagua. Rais Ruto alipiga simu kwa daktari mtaalamu wa moyo aliyekuwa akimhudumia aliyekuwa wakati huo naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua siku aliyolazwa hospitalini. Stakabadhi za koti zimefichua zikimvuta rais katika matukio ya siku ambayo Rigathi alivuliwa madaraka. Haya. This is Dr. Daniel Gikonyo pictured there, and then we also have a picture of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua when he was leaving the hospital in Karen. And of course, we have President William Ruto. The headline there is ushahidi uliowasilishwa kotini waonyesha rais aliwasiliana na daktari wa Rigathi akitaka kujua hali yake. Does the Hippocratic Oath not apply to presidents?
Well, I mean, just asking, how is the patient? It's not saying ninimba.
Okay.
Looks at. I think it'd be interesting to see
The exact
what
question.
exactly is his affidavit saying.
Yes.
Like aliulizwa unampatia dawa gani, to kind of things. Or is the president calling? This is the deputy president.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Akwaje.
Yes.
Haya. Mpango wa kukata kotu kucha waiva.
Nilikata
Juhudi za kuanzisha muungano mbadala wa wafanyakazi zimeanza kupata nguvu nchini. You know, it's giving, I've given up. Kama siwezi toa Toli Kotu,
nitajenga kotu yangu. Which is even a big uphill task, actually.
Which apparently not. If this is what they've resorted to, they're like, this man is not leaving.
Might as well.
No, man. There's affiliations.
Yeah.
What federation is affiliated with the World Labor
Organization?
Yeah.
T for tricky. But anza tu, you never know. Mabaharia wa Kenya na TZ kuvuna. Hii ni baada ya Kenya na Tanzania kutia saini MOU kuhusu utambuzi wa vyeti vya baharini. Copulation au nini? Aya, upinzani wa pasuka Nigeria. Vinara wakuu Peter Obi na Rabiu Kwankwaso wajiondoa kwenye muungano mkubwa wa upinzani. Not good news. Well, depends on which camp you're in. Ushuru mpya wa mitumba na simu uko njiani. Ni ukurasa wa 3, maelfu ya wauzaji wanaotegemea biashara za mitumba kuathirika. Arsenal ni sherehe tu baada ya kufuzu. We're not gonna rest. Historia ya bisha baada ya timu hiyo kuingia finali ya UEFA kwa mara ya pili. Historia yafanya nini? Ya bisha. Will Arsenal come to the
Do
door?
it. So we will face PSG.
Not Atletico. Okay.
So we beat Atletico. And now in the final yesterday, PSG walishinda Bayern. So kwenye finali itakuwa Arsenali
versus PSG. Okay.
Tutawachapa.
So Paris versus London. Okay.
Sijui kama wako ready.
Game iko wapi na
tarehe 30 Mei. Tarehe 30 Mei.
She's asking wapi si siku gani?
Sasa anauliza nini?
Location,
Anataka kwenda.
Penye tunaona game in short.
Ni Budapest. Kata tiketi saa hizi.
Kule Hungary.
Ujaelewa swali ya Wangeshi. Wangeshi nimekupata, nitakupanga, don't worry.
Anauliza?
Form, in short form.
Sasa nilimwambia ni Budapest. Mimi nitaenda.
Unaenda Budapest.
So kama nyinyi hamtaenda shauri yenu.
Sini kama
mimi hapa mtaniona August.
It's giving. You guys are going by road? Yeah, be safe.
Tunaenda kusherehekea. Tuende road trip across Europe.
Rudi hapa August. Aya. Siku Ruto alimjulia hali Rigathi kupitia daktari. Ukurasa wa 2 hapa. Rais Ruto alipiga simu kwa daktari mtaalumu wa moyo aliyekuwa akimhudumia aliyekuwa naibu wa rais Rigathi Gachagua siku aliyolazwa hospitalini. Stakabadhi mpya za koti zimefichua zikimvuta rais katika matukio ya siku ya kuondolewa madarakani kwa Gachagua. Kwa mujibu wa hati ya kiapo iliyowasilishwa mahakamani, daktari wa moyo Daniel Gikonyo alisema alipokea simu kutoka rais mnamo Oktoba tarehe 17 mwaka wa 2024 alipokuwa akimhudumia Gachagua katika Karen Hospital. Nukuu kutoka Dr. Gikonyo: nilipokuwa nikimhudumia mlalamishi wa kwanza, nilipokea simu kutoka kwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya ambaye aliuliza kuhusu hali yake. Alimthibitishia rais kuwa Gachagua alikuwa amelazwa hospitalini na alikuwa akipokea matibabu chini ya uangalizi wake. Ufichuzi huo ni sehemu ya ushahidi katika kesi ya kikatiba inayopinga uhalali wa kuondolewa madarakani kwa Gachagua na unaongeza uzito mpya katika mjadala wa iwapo mchakato huo ulizingatia haki na katiba. Haya, Dr. Gikonyo pia ni mwanzilishi wa hospitali hiyo. Aliambia mahakama kuwa amekuwa akimtibu Gachagua tangu mwaka 2006. Okay. Let me see if there's the exact conversation.
Ni hapo tu hiyo
It is that
paragraph 3. History yote. The entire headline.
That's it. I got a call from the president asking about
and I told him yes, he's my patient.
He's my patient.
I've admitted him to the hospital.
And I've been treating him since 2006. Okay, probably didn't tell the president that I've been treating him since 2006.
It's now the rest of his affidavit. Okay. Sometimes I hate to be a wet blanket and such a critic of ourselves. But I'm like, okay, so this makes the headline, and then you don't even go. So,
Tell us.
okay. Are we insinuating something by putting the headline? When you read that headline, what comes to your mind?
Hey, there's a lot
That's
more.
why
There's a damning phone call.
Hippocratic oath. That's why my first question was, does the Hippocratic oath not apply to presidents? Because I'm like, was there information that was revealed about his medical conditions or lack thereof, or anything like that?
Yes.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah. But sometimes
And I don't expect that, Dr. Gekonyo would even put that in his affidavit, saying that I told him I'm giving him 55 mg of nini,
Fair.
and that he's suffering from.
Doctor
Even Gekonyo
patient
himself later came and told us,
confidentiality.
there's also, he hinted that there's a condition that cardiologists and others are dealing with now, that they've recently come to terms with, called a broken heart.
Yeah.
When sadness brings you to a point where unakuwa tu mgonjwa.
Yani.
just fall sick.
You're suffering from a broken heart.
Okay. Another look at the stories on page 3. Ushuru mpya wa mitumba na simu uko njiani. Serikali imependekeza ushuru mpya kwa nguo zilizotumika na simu za mkononi katika mpango wa ushuru wa mwaka wa fedha wa 2026-27. Hatua ambayo huenda ikaathiri mamilioni ya Wakenya wanaotegemea soko la mitumba na teknolojia ya mawasiliano. Iwapo mapendekezo hayo yatapitishwa na bunge la kitaifa, waagizaji wa bidhaa za mitumba watalazimika kulipa ushuru huo kabla ya mizigo yao kuachiliwa bandarini au mipakani. Ushuru utatozwa kwa msingi wa faida inayokidiriwa na kulipwa moja kwa moja wakati wa kuingiza bidhaa nchini. Kwa mujibu wa mswada wa fedha wa 2026 uliowasilishwa na waziri wa fedha John Mbadi, serikali inalenga kukusanya mapato ya kufadhili bajeti ya trilioni 4.8 kupitia hatua hizo, ambazo pia zinahusisha ushuru mpya wa kamari na vifaa vya mawasiliano. Watch out. Mr. No Taxes is actually increasing taxes. After saying I'm not increasing taxes, he's going to increase taxes. Yes. Simu. Why simu na mitumba? I want to get into the mind of
What's the
Trevor.
logic?
Why
that.
this particular two? Is it only this, but is it it's I'd like to see actually the proposal on how it's worded to see whether it is isolated to just
This,
mobile
yeah.
devices or technology devices or imported second-hand clothes, versus imported clothes in general.
Imported clothes, yeah.
And that move, there's been that whole push of how do we balance between growing the local textile sector
Yeah.
versus
Mitumba.
Importing second hand, yeah.
Tutarudi Gikosh. I think it's a good time to go back to
Sai
Gikomba.
kabla ya June.
Yeah.
It's a good time to go back to
just get
Gikomba.
back
Wacha
to
mvua
ground.
stop hivi kidogo turudi Gikomba. I'm sure they have thoughts. And also
Or is it turnover tax? Because if you think about it, so the Mitumba traders, at what level do they pay income tax?
Yeah.
Because turnover tax is an income tax, and if you look at it, it's saying ushuru huo utatozwa kwa msingi wa faida inayokadiriwa na kulipwa moja kwa moja wakati wa kuingiza bidhaa nchini. So that's the same kind of principle that turnover tax actually deals with.
Correct.
Estimate your turnovers, and then we say just pay based on your turnover.
Correct.
A certain percentage based on your turnovers.
Because then it becomes impossible to tax at the point of sale.
Sale.
You can't.
fair. Okay. Tuangalia Bitaifa.
Bitaifa leo ni mrembo hapa. Hermes Wanjiko. Miaka 28 ndiye anatupambia safu hii leo. Bi Wanjiko ni mwanafesheni kutoka Nakuru. Uraibu wake ni kutazama filamu na kushiriki majukwaa ya urembo.
Fashion platforms.
Fashion
Hata
platforms.
jina lake tu ni
Hermes.
Hermes.
Oh, sorry, Hermes. Not the H is silent. Hermes.
jina lake lilikuwa tu limpeleke hapo.
Hana budi ila kuwa
Ila kuwa
mwanafesheni.
mwanafesheni. Business Daily.
Ndo mrembo hapo. Haraka kwa dakika mbili hapa Business Daily. Muhoho Kenyatta reveals 20 billion shillings NCBA ownership. Uhuru's brother holds 227.3 million shares in bank, and the businessman earlier linked with 12.7 million worth of stocks. Now, the picture right there is of Muhoho Kenyatta, and the businessman is the top individual shareholder in NCBA Group with the stated shares currently valued in the market at 20 billion shillings, making it the largest disclosed personal fortune on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Now, the bank disclosed in a May 4th circular to shareholders that Muhoho, part of the business dynasty of the Kenyatta founding family, holds the NCBA shares directly and indirectly through investment vehicles. Interesting story there. You can catch it fully on page 2. On matters revenue.
Netbank imesaidia sana.
Sana. Now, on to matters revenue. Tax paying as Treasury eyes 201 billion in new budget. Treasury will seek an additional 201 billion shillings in tax revenue in the next financial year, signaling potential new taxes in the finance bill and a crackdown on tax cheats. Now, KRA will be required to collect 2.9 trillion Kenya shillings as tax revenue for the year starting July up from 2.7, so that's an increase to about 2.7 minus trillion according 200 million according to Treasury documents tabled in Parliament, reflecting a 7.21% increase. Now, that full story is on page 2. And now, since we're getting into tax season, we'll definitely be having a lot more conversations around this. Ticker headlines: Somalia, Burundi, costliest destinations for calls from Kenya. Now, Kenyans are still paying significantly higher rates to call some African countries than markets outside the continent, such as the United States and India, due to gaps in the implementation of regional telecoms pricing reforms. Now, we did see this come up 2 days ago, where we are looking at how can we lower this. So that full story is captured on page 5. Then we have Safaricom system to help enforce marine insurance rules. Safaricom has developed a system aimed at tightening enforcement of local marine insurance rules on imports, supporting the IRA and the Kenya Revenue Authority after previous false starts. That's a story that's on page 6. And then matters banking still. DTB Group sold 83.67% in the Burundian subsidiary for 1.27 billion as the lender exited Bujumbura after 16 years. That full story is on page 7. An article, Intelligence. This is the Founders Battlefield, Michael Masharia. There's a version of the founder story we rarely tell. Not the one about surviving the lean years or managing cash flow. It's been very interesting getting to hear from Michael on all things founders. If you're a founder and you're looking for community, then that's a very good place to start.
He says it's ego. It's that point where when you start succeeding, the shadow that emerges in seasons of success is more insidious than the one that follows failure. It arrives without announcement. It wears the same face you've always known. It speaks your own voice. You know, unaanza kujisikia
champion.
When you're champion. You know, I started a business and it's making money. You know? So I know one thing or two.
I know.
You know, I think
right? So in fact, don't ask me. Don't tell me anything.
I made it work.
Life actually. Why nightclubs are spending millions on seat fillers. A practice adapted from matatus, replacing happy hour as the magic trick for luring revelers. Not kamagera, yani wale watutu wakujaza viti.
Alafu
millions
hapo reserved.
But sasa unajua shida ni branding. Hapa naona wakiitwa micro influencers. Akiwa kwa matu na mutangani.
Ule mtu anawaita si kamagera. Ni marketing. Mtu wa marketing.
Si kamagera. Branding, my guys. Branding. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back after this.
Fixers wako ndani kama kawa kwa wingi. Smiley Tia says behind the scenes ni fire si fire. Fire si fire. Fire si fire. Noma si noma. Jenga Njogus also says can't wait for Kesho to watch that behind the camera thing. Ndio ujue hawa jamaa watatu ni watu wa multitasking. Coordinating behind the scenes in front of the scenes is not jokes.
Ni ukweli yenyewe. Kama hujadanganya.
Kabisa si ndio? Alafu anasema good morning fixers. Congrats Mariam on your achievement. I'm more happy hii haikuwa categorized kwa kalasha. Imagine yule jamaa honoring Mariam. na
Thank
vile yeye
you, and thank you for
hufinya.
getting me. Oh my God.
Na vile Mariam hufinya.
I feel so
I consider
seen.
you Gen Z rep here.
Thank you. I feel seen.
Kabisa. Bibi Suni anasema habari zetu nzuri. Hamjambo fixers. Hongera Mariam, jambo Felaris na Eric. Asubuhi njema nyinyi nyote. Thank you Bibi Suni.
Asante.
Mombasa kwa ambaje. Agri Mumanyi, good morning fixers. Congratulations Mariam. Eric, I watched your story in some podcast and it's an inspiration a lot. Looking forward to Felaris in the near future. Yeah, Felaris pia wewe fanya podcast.
Ooh. Iko, by the way, if you go
Iko.
looking,
Yes.
utapata vitu mingi sana.
Very nice. G Commando, congratulations, Mariam. Let the sky be only the lower limit.
Asante sana.
Godspeed in all.
Thank you.
Alafu Bibusuni is coming back and says, tree planting is good therapy and very satisfying activity. I now have my own mini forest where all manner of birds visit and enjoy the cool environment in a hot area hapa Mombasani.
Pale kwenye bahari.
That's lovely. Tupigie picha Bibusuni, fanya hivi, fanya WhatsApp Nation ya kesho, sawa?
Yes.
Ukiwa kwenye hilo bustani lako na ndege, you know, wanaimba nyuma yako.
Wanakuamsha.
Haya, Collins Kimtai says Hillary Kibiwot did wonderful planting that many seedlings. Kudos to him. We will tell him, Collins, when he comes. Jimmy Munuthi, Taifa Leo, I love the signature tune. I sing along.
By the way, so many fixers sing along. Let me tell you, nothing
so
makes me
nice.
happier. Tuna fixa hata kusalimiana.
Anaanza tu kuimba.
Taifa. Nawapenda sana. Sana.
Sir Charles, good morning. Congratulations, Mariam. Anyone can love a rose, but it takes something special to love a leaf. It's ordinary to love the beautiful, but it's beautiful to love the ordinary.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Eh?
Hey.
Asante.
Hey.
Definitely borrowing that.
Kabisa, sindio? Sylvester Daya says, good morning. Eriko, he transition from bodyguard to goonism itakuaje? Najua, by the way. Leo, you're a bodyguard. Tomorrow, you're providing security. The other day, you're called a goon.
When a goon.
Which is which? Job Njiru says, Mariam, I'm sending you tidings of cheers. Congratulations. Stephen Konsira comes in with his quote. Don't start a fight in the market if you are an egg seller. Clear your stocks first. Enter Super Poke.
What does enter Super Poke?
Habari yenu nyote. Oya oreuru. Muriaga nyuothe.
Don't start a fight if you're an egg seller.
In the market.
In the market.
Yes. First
That one.
maliza stock.
You need to know stock ya nani inaenda. Kuna mtu anauza waru na sweet potato.
Yes.
You with your eggs, you want to start a fight.
You
Imagine.
cannot be there with your stock.
The Kikombe has checked in influentially Kibishar.
Thank you, Kikombe.
When young people shine like this, the whole country will stand taller in future. Donge.
Yeah.
Wazi Mariam.
Donge. Thank you, Kikombe.
Chukua. Fist bump.
Thank you.
Ya hewa.
Thank you. Donge, thank you Kikombe, and thank you Fixers. Like I said, tunafanya hii kazi pamoja. I may just happen to be one of the faces, but ni kazi yetu sisi sote. So I'm very, very grateful.
Very good.
Asanteni.
Very good. Still Mike the One, good morning. Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I'll strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Mike the One, asante sana. Tumaliza na Don Sabwa. Tayarisheni ulimi.
Okay.
Mko sawa?
Yes.
What happened to 100% transition to grade 10? Is this a failed state or a failed education system, Fixers? In Malawi, 100% we say zana pazana.
Zana pazana.
Mia kwa mia.
Mia kwa mia.
So you can just see that
yes,
is mia kwa
yeah,
mia.
I think
Yeah.
so, yes.
So andika zana 100 is zana.
Zana.
Zana pazana.
I like this one. It's so simple.
It is simple and direct and straightforward.
Zana pazana.
Straightforward. Forward. Tuingie kwenye Daily Nation. Alafu tuangalie some of the stories that we had on NTV last night.
Yes.
The front page of Daily Nation has a big story here. Affordable housing bosses to earn 86 billion shillings profit.
Whoa.
We shall look at that shortly. Other headlines on page 3, Ruto's phone call to Gachagwa's doctor revealed. Some are clickbaiting, clickbaiting for Pro Max. Page 7, biting fuel shortage hits several towns. The Ministry of Energy and Petroleum has attributed the fuel supply disruptions reported in some parts of the country to a technical and administrative hitch without providing further details.
What is a technical and
Opio and I
administrative?
appeared in the Senate yesterday
Yeah.
and said that. Page 8, exposed why your hospital has no drugs. For every 10 medicine a hospital orders from the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, the agency can only supply fewer than 5, according to the Economic Survey 2026. Ndio hiyo ingine, another technical and administrative hitch at KEMSA.
Yeah.
Okay. Page 10, how new taxes on Mitumba mobile phones affect you. That's a story that we just looked at as well on their Business Daily. Quickly, let's look at this one for affordable housing, and then we shall come to mambo ya fuel. Fuel. Opio and I called it fuel. Higher. The first batch of contractors under the affordable housing program will pocket 85.7 billion shillings in profits. A report commissioned by the government shows this translates to a profit margin of 30%, which is much higher than between 2 and 15% modest rates recommended by reputable global firms for taxpayer-funded projects. But the construction boom has opened a new high-performing revenue stream for the taxman, according to the state report. This is the report that PS Charles Hinga was quoting to us here. So the summary of expenditure and profit by contractors in affordable housing program, it shows the aggregate contract sum value is about 285.5 billion shillings, and the aggregate construction cost and materials 157.1 billion shillings, salaries going to about 27.1 billion shillings, other costs, overheads and others 15.7 billion shillings, and then you see taxes 47 billion shillings. So the aggregate net margin, that's the profit after tax, 85.7 billion shillings.
Wow.
Where? 30%, yeah?
Yes, it's about a 30%. So it's given some wide coverage on pages 4 and 5, and it looks at this particular report, which is showing what the impact of the affordable housing has been to the country, to the economy. So it was the first batch of contractors under the affordable housing will pocket that about 86 billion shillings in profit. Global institutions and government recommend a profit margin of between 2% and 15% in taxpayer-funded projects. In the UK, for instance, the Global Institute of Building recommends between 5 and 15% profit margin for government contracts. The General Services Administration, an independent procurement agency funded by taxpayers in the US, places profit margins for government contractors at between 2 and 12%, depending on the nature of the contract. The Architectural Association of Kenya, the body representing professionals across Kenya's built environment, says profit for developers in Kenya housing industry are usually below 20%.
Wow.
Developer margins vary widely depending on the project type, location, and target market. Key cost components include materials, which approximately take 60% of the construction cost, labor around 20%, and additional costs such as consultancy fee, statutory approvals, and financing. That is according to the AAK President, George Arabu. This is because of highly speculative land prices that have made land acquisition a costly venture, high cost of construction materials and labor costs. But developers under the AHP have the advantage of avoiding the land acquisition cost, number one, remove sub-miners, because they're implementing the projects on public land. And previous disclosures have revealed cases where some have used public land titles to secure
Bank
loans. The developers have also received tax incentives, such as lowering of the corporate tax that they pay by half to 15%, and for companies building at least 100 houses a year, lowering of the railway development levy from 2% to 1.5%, lowering the import declaration fee from 3.5% to 2%. All these measures were expected to lower the cost of the project under AHP and translate into lower prices for Kenyans buying the houses, most of whom are supposed to be from the low-income segment. But still, developers in the AHP will make 30% net profit from the program. So the question comes, if this had basically been ring-fenced, as Charles Hinga is telling us, he's signing new contracts every day and looking at the cost and all, should they also then not be ring fencing and saying your profit margin should not
Within
be
this range.
go beyond 7?
Yeah.
I've done everything. I'm giving you free land. I'm giving you tax incentives. You're not going to do all these things. So your profit margin comes down.
Yeah.
So that we pass on these costs to make the house affordable.
It's cheaper.
So if the average profit is 30%, Jesus Christ.
You know, anyone who's a developer or a contract, not actually a contractor at this point, you look at a report like this and you wonder if you're probably in the wrong space.
Industry.
Yeah. Might as well move and start doing affordable housing, because if your net profits are coming to like 30%,
Yep.
and this is seeing what George Arabu is saying, that usually it's lower than 20%, I mean, the incentive is already there. Go and start doing affordable housing.
Yep.
Why not?
But then again, is it doing what it was supposed to do, which is lowering the cost of housing?
As in, could these houses actually be much cheaper than they are right now if we said, let's cut even this profit margin by about 15%, right? Turn to page 7, your Daily Nation. Mr. Opiyo Wandayi, the Cabinet Secretary for Energy and Petroleum, was in the Senate yesterday. The Ministry of Energy and Petroleum has attributed fuel supply disruptions reported in some parts of the country to a technical and administrative hitch, even as the government also defended its decision to lower fuel quality standards by introducing high sulfur fuel into the market. Opiyo Wandayi yesterday said that the supply challenges experienced at isolated filling stations had affected the uptake and movement of petroleum products among some oil marketing companies operating within the downstream supply chain. He said, the temporary fuel supply challenges experienced in isolated filling stations in some parts of the country arose from a technical and administrative hitch, which we have so far resolved. Let's listen to him. So this story was done last night by Laban Shaban.
Yeah.
He did a spot check across several petrol stations, found some motorists who, some had even parked their car and walking around with a jerrycan.
Yeah.
Akitafuta fuel. Others working to some petrol stations, and some petrol station attendants saying, sisi hapa tuko na mafuta mingi. Nasikia watu wakisema hakuna mafuta nashindwa. What are you guys talking about?
What you
talking about?
What you talking about, Wallace?
Eric, utawaambia watu, utafunza watu kazi kila siku. How many times have you... Anyway, let's listen to Opiyo Wandayi kwanza. You might have thought he was in studio, but no, that was Eric. Let's listen to the actual Opiyo Wandayi.
I went to 3 petrol stations. There's no fuel. The one that I'm lucky to get is at Ola. And the minimum or the maximum I can get is for 1,000 bob. This is the maximum they can give actually.
Mpaka Ruiru hakuna. So I had to niende mpaka Kamakis ndio niweze kusaidika.
They don't have fuel. I'm going to the next station.
Hapa City Hall ndio nimekuja nikapata mafuta and then nikaamua kuweka full tank.
Tangu mafuta ipande bei, hata wenye wanauza mafuta pia wamekuwa na tatizo la kuleta mafuta.
Drivers wanasema hakuna mafuta huko. So nashangaa juu pia si tuko na mafuta na tuko na plenty of fuel.
Soaring of fuel prices have triggered a cascading increase in the cost of food, transport, and essentials.
The latest challenge that was experienced yesterday and part of today was occasioned by a technical and administrative hitch, which we have since resolved.
CS Wandayi, what is a technical and administrative hitch? Just give people actual information. What is a technical and administrative hitch? Kuliendaje? I don't know. Eric amesema mara mob sana. How you communicate will affect so much.
Correct.
If people don't find fuel in one place and they're going around looking, na other places are like, Sitko sao, what do you mean? We have plenty. Then you start hearing rumors there's a fuel shortage. Then everybody jazzes the full tank because there's a fuel shortage. Then now there's an actual fuel shortage. Yeah, it's...
Simply because you just did not... Do you have to go to the Senate and say... Anyway, you all know what I feel. These guys are bungling this thing, and it's a simple communication issue.
True.
Another simple communication issue, which is affecting very, very many vulnerable people, is education.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 weeks after schools reopened for the second term of the academic calendar, a section of grade 10 learners are still at home despite a presidential directive that all students should report to school regardless of their parents' ability to pay school fees. Now, some learners who reported to school have since been sent back home over unpaid fees. NTV spoke to affected families, education experts who are warning that unless urgent interventions are put in place, this number of learners likely to drop out of school is going to rise. Victor Ngaruye had this story, spoke to some learners. There's a learner who was a student at State House Boys and has not been able to come back. He's from Makueni. State House Boys is in Nairobi. It is the one that was formerly called Milimani Boys, right? It's in Nairobi. Some are just talking about the challenges that they're facing, okay, in their mothers who have not been able to send their children back. Emmanuel Manyasa, who is the CEO of Usawa Agenda, that's a think tank that's been working in this education space, has also weighed in on this particular issue on what exactly is this. So the president cannot just say, let the children go to school even if they don't have. That is a policy issue that you are raising, but you have not followed it up with practicals. So what are the school heads supposed to do?
Right.
President alisema watoto wakuje. Yeah.
Wanakula nini? Wanalala wapi? Wanasoma.
Exactly. Now you see, yes. No, Jesus said, let them come. Don't chase them away. Let them come.
Kanisa.
Who has bread? Who has fish? Bring it. I will multiply and feed them. Okay? Jesus did that. He told his disciples, don't send these people away. Let them stay. Our William Ruto has told them, don't send the children away. He has not done the bread and fish
Where's
thing.
the provision? You're going to back it up with something.
Let's listen in to some of these students and some of the learners, as well as even their families and their neighbors, on what exactly this transition feels like and why they're saying, ata si lazima niende shule uko mbali, wangenita tu nyumbani.
Yeah.
Si lazima nirudi huko State House Boys. Na nataka tu nisomee kwetu Makueni. Shule iko karibu. Mahali shosha naweza fika anione.
Serikali kweli, hiyo kitu mlisema education is affordable. Really ni affordable.
Wizara ya elimu ilisema kwamba watoto wa grade 10 wote wanafaa kuwa shuleni, ataka ana uniform ama school fees atafukuziwa, lakini mimi naona nimefukuzwa.
Natafuta tu pesa, nafanya vibarua za kufulia watu manguo. Kwingine naenda kule kuponda tu mawe, ikuwa Mariam niuzie watu. Wheelbarrow moja inatoka 150.
There should be mechanisms through the bursary schemes to make them fill that gap. Because we have never costed our education and come up with a specific figure that we say this is what is needed to be able to take a child through school. We're just throwing numbers around.
Yeah, the bungling of education again. I don't know how many times we can speak about it. Mutinda's mom there saying what she's doing for a living.
Yeah.
Mawe to Mariam for 150 shillings
A day.
A wheelbarrow. The amount of labor it takes to do that. How many 150 shillings does she have to make to get a full school uniform? Leave alone anything else, like school uniform. And we saw the fee structures the other day. We went through them. At the very least, 10,000 shillings to have him fully ready for school. At the very least. Before we even talk about sijui box, sijui chakula, sijui omo, sijui sabuni, nisielewi hapa.
It's very, very heartbreaking.
We're not serious as a country. We just aren't, because when we don't think about the most vulnerable among us and see that is a young boy who's just looking at his future and thinking, I got admitted to C1 school and here I am at home. Atafadhali ningana tu hapa.
Hapa tu mali hata mama anaweza kuja
kuja. Hata mama anaweza kuja kunivisit. But even there he knows that the ability of his mother to actually afford that school fees will be an issue. And that is the most painful part of it. That this boy is looking at his future and wondering, so he's starting at such a low level.
Yeah.
And in a few years' time, he'll be sitting a national exam with everybody.
With everybody
and
else.
being judged
the same.
Yeah.
And starting life, and you're living the same life as everybody else. It is, no.
It's very heartbreaking, very, very heartbreaking. And here's to hoping that the powers that be and the people that have the ability and power to make decisions that really would benefit students like him do the right thing. Now, on to matters pollution. The era of pollute now, pay later is over. Now, this warning is coming from the Environment CS, Deborah Barasa, as the government launches a fresh crackdown on industries polluting the Nairobi River. Now, in Mlolongo, Machakos County, one factory has already been shut down, and 3 people arrested after authorities discovered the discharge of untreated chemical waste into the environment. Now, we have this as a story that ran last night. We'll get to hear from Dr. Deborah Barasa, who's the CS Environment, and also just, getting to hear from NEMA Director General Mamo, and just to really understand what are some of, we hear all of these bold declarations, but I think it always comes down to execution. Yeah. Are we really going to go after the people that are polluting our environment and the rivers? Let's take a listen.
The era of pollute now, pay later is over. Compliance is not optional. It is a legal and a moral obligation. National Environment Management Authority to undertake immediate, coordinated and comprehensive inspections of all facilities discharging waste into our rivers and their tributaries. These inspections will be rigorous, transparent and uncompromising.
This facility ceases all operations, and our officers will ensure that we arrest and prosecute the managers of this facility. You can see if you go around, this is really non-compliant.
I mean, all good to hear all of this, but like I said earlier, it comes down to kusema na kutenda. We definitely need to go after the people that are responsible for polluting the Nairobi River and largely our environment, make them pay. But let's set an example with somebody, but let it not be cracking the whip on one person and then we lose the steam. We'll be keeping tabs on that story and just seeing what's happening in that space. In the next hour, we have our record breaker. Today morning, we're just celebrating people that are doing incredible things. We have Hillary in the house, and we'll be just getting to understand the work that he's doing. That's our conversation for the next hour. Stick around. We'll be right back.